Hello, this is a new day trading signal service with cheap vanilla options. We're focused on cheap options. The keyword is cheap. People want cheap, they want low cost. And we found a really good way of using weekly options. And we use the weekly options in combination with the system. Now, this is a system. Some people don't seem to understand what a system is, so it's a progression of trades based on trading rules. We just take the system rules, right? It's not designed to be a crystal ball. It's not designed to pursue 100% winning. It's designed to and for the purpose of making a lot of money. Okay, that's the purpose. We can't promise you future returns, but this system is based on a one-day trade. It's a new evolution of these POPs-based systems. So this method combines a few factors from old methods with some new ones, and it provides very good opportunity, as you'll see below. Now, we're going to trade from close to close. So we're going to get in right before the close, and then we're going to get out right before the close the next day. If you have contingent orders, you can set them time-based. You can even set alerts, alarm clocks, or whatever to remind you to get out. Okay, but when we're getting out, we may have another signal to get back in. So let's cut to the chase. Where's the beef? So here we go. OMNIPOPS. It trades most days. We're going to not trade on certain days if there's certain price scenarios that just aren't very high probability, and that's built into the system. So you can see here, that's a little messy. You can see here with the table the progression of trades. These are one-day trades. We are using very cheap, very short term. We're going slightly in the money. All right, so there's very little premium on these options, but we're not going so far in the money that the options are getting expensive. We'd like to keep the options under 4, but we're gonna have a combination of stocks that can move a little more, so the options may be closer to 4, like Caterpillar. And then we have IBM, and I think we have GM, I'm not sure. On a one-day trade, we need a stock that can put some average follow through. So we need a decent average true range, ATR. You can find that on your price chart. And you can also see visually, can a stock go from day to day on average and move a decent distance so we can make some decent profit, right? So, for example, the first gain here you see on IBM is 4 points. Well, if we're getting an option that's in the money, a short-term weekly option that has like 0.2 of premium on it, and has, or let's just say, I think the example is 0.2, but I have to get those screenshots up here. But we'll get in the money, and there's 2 points of intrinsic value and 0.2 of premium, and there's a few days left. Well, if we get a good gain or even a small gain, we're going to go right into the near 100% deltas. We're going to go straight up, straight into 70, 80, 90, 100 deltas because we're already in the money and we have very little premium left. So a 4-point gain can make, some nice profits. If you have 10 contracts, you can get nearly $4,000 for that one day type of gain. But for those of you who don't like to look at things, look at the progression of trades, okay? In that not every day is a 4-point winner, for example, in IBM. And then the markets can slow down. And then you can go into funky times where you can have 4 losses in a row like you see here, okay? But then it picks back up and it goes on a streak. That's how the markets work. All right. So a lot of people who have a losing mindset or a negative mindset, they'll be drawn to enter right here. Okay. Why? Because that's how the markets work. You can read these types of concepts in various trading books over time, right? And so if you're scared, you've been a losing trader, you know, you're looking for someone to come save you from your bad trading mindset. Well, you're going to enter right here. Okay. So then, therefore, if you have a more experience, you have a positive, fair-minded approach. Is what you want is the fair-minded perspective over time, and you're going to see you're going to get this series here. All right, you're going to see the bigger picture, and then you're going to see, hey, well, wait a minute, we've got here a progression of time of here 5 months on this IBM example, and you think, hey, if I can put like one contract on and spend a couple minutes a night and do this, hey, and if I was able to get these types of results over time, that could be pretty sweet. Right, now let's move the caterpillar and let's look here. Okay, we rounded these numbers down. It's not really, we're going on close. So that means that we're going to go in right before close. So the entry can vary depending on when the person is going to enter. If you enter, let's say 5 minutes before close versus 15 minutes before close, right? And we're going to try to get this out quick. We may even just do a speed signal and then pick up on the details later just to get it out sometimes. But we'll have all those instructions in the back office. It's really easy, right? You can pick whatever option you want too. You can go out further in time if you don't want to deal with, I can't say premium decay because we're going very short term in the money. There is some premium usually because we're not going really far in the money, but the deltas are so high when it goes in our favor that it just kind of erases out the premium, right? Because you're just going up the chain. Anyway, so you can see here January to April 6th, and you can see these progression of trades. So it's 3 months and a few days, almost a week. So you can see here on Caterpillar, which can move a bit more, and the average price of the option we're looking at is $3.85, so $385 a contract. And so you can see the progression of trades. All right, we try to round it down on this version. I'm not sure if that's anything helpful, but this is done to incorporate slippage. And anyway, so you can see here, you can see the progression. It's day by day, most days. Zero is essentially roughly break even. It's a little bit of a gain, a little bit of premium decay. And you can see here, you want to look for the streaks in a system. Where are the streaks? And get a perspective of streaks of wins and losses. Okay. And just kind of make note of these things to get perspective for when you start. Because, a lot of people start and then they get all sorts of emotions and they lose perspective. They think, oh, I'm paying for a signal service, which is highly discounted right now. And then there's this shopping type of mentality, like you're trying to, you want to get what you paid for and stuff. Well, with this type of systems-based trading, this is a series of progressions. So a lot of people, they get emotional. We have some very good students who made a lot of money with us over time, have very good perspectives. We have some signal subscribers with very good perspective. These days, we also have a lot of highly estrogenic signal subscribers who, have this emotional extreme fit going one way or another. And it's like, what's going on here? What are they Maybe they were taking steroids and they're having the estrogen backlash. Got stories of some buddies on that. But anyways, weird stuff happens, guys, if you don't suppress that estrogen. Anyways, so you have the perspective. The markets, they're going through some funky times. At least to this recording, it may be cool and smooth by the time you hear this. No, markets change all the time. But anyways, I just want to tell you that this is focused on cheap. People are wanting cheap. Okay, cheap is the key word of the day. And you know what? It's pretty cool because it forced us to focus in on looking for a lower cost of entry. It got us to focus on reducing costs in general in trading, and got us to focus more on seeing how we can improve our reward versus risk ratios. And it got us to look at some other systems such as RC. Well, this is OMNIPOPS. Sorry, we have an RC1 Pro version, 3-day pop. It's really good. So the OMNIPOP system got us to look at it in different ways. And we have another version with Nadex, which is really cool. Okay, and so this has been a good thing. So for those of you who've been looking for new solutions and letting us know, thank you. And even for the hissy fit guys out there going through what I call over estrogenic drama fits, thank you, because that has helped us go get creative to try to meet and deal with that type of scenario, and just establish new methods and approaches that could help maybe provide a bit more emotional stability. But regardless, if you're trading the system, it's a series of trades. It's not there to meet your daily emotions. If you're looking for excitement and emotions from the market, you're surely going to get them. But when the market senses, it's kind of weird. It's as if the market or Mr. Market is out there. He's sensing to see if you're indulging in weak emotions, and then it sends you enticements to fall into this trap and to fall into that trap. You can think of it that way, or you can think of any sort of negative mindset. It's just going to attract like thoughts. And the marketplace can manifest it. This is really weird how the marketplace works like that in our interaction. I don't know if you know what I'm talking about, but I'm talking about my personal experience. I'm talking about just basic stock investors over the past 4+ decades. I'm talking about all sorts of endless stories and trading books and trading videos and things like that. It's just very interesting. So it's very interesting to learn how to trade well, and learn how to day trade and deal with that, because you can learn a lot about yourself. Anyways, I hope that you can check out more information here, and if this type of service registers with you, then I hope that you can put it to work and become very successful with it. Right? If you have any questions, let us know. But keep the systems perspective and come on and check it out. There's a potential. I can't guarantee you future success, disclaimers and all those things, but potential for here, in that if we run the system excellently and we send you these excellent signals, then the potential for all of us doing well in trading this method is, I would say, pretty good. All right, check out more info below. Thanks. Oh, and if you're on this page, you can get started by clicking the Add to Cart button below and seeing whatever price there is there. Okay, thanks.